Hello, everybody. It's Tim back with you for this next episode of Tim Talk with your host, me, Mr. Timothy W. Flood, straight out of the butthole of Kentucky, Radcliffe, Kentucky. It is Friday, the 17th of July, 2026. There's some thunder rolling around out there, but all in all, it's just been really hot and muggy days for the last 3 or 4 days. No rain. Did get a chance to mow, but looks like I need to mow again, so come on, cool down just 10 degrees. That'd be freaking awesome if we could just get a 10-degree decline, you know what I'm saying? Shit, you feel me? Let's see, it's been not much going on in my world. Ordered some groceries earlier. Had to get me some. I'm on a big health kick, so I just eat fat-free yogurt with fruits, and I eat turkey burgers. Eat a lot of fish, a lot of canned fish like sardines and mackerel and salmon, because it's really good. Brings your HDL cholesterol levels up because of the omega-3 fatty acids. Cook everything in olive oil because it does the same. I eat keep the sugars to an absolutely minimum. Anything that I sweeten with honey. So, my yogurt, I also throw in just about a teaspoon of cocoa, like the Hershey's cocoa, the kind that's not alkalinized whenever they make it, because of all the flavanols and the flavonoids. It helps the circulation in your heart. I also have some dark chocolate. I eat a piece every now and then. But like I said, I want to keep my sugars to an absolute minimum. Let me think. What else? I ate a lot of lentils, a lot of beans, a lot of green vegetables, broccoli. Stay the living heck away from bread. Stay away from it. It makes you fatty, fat, and carbohydrates do the same. So I don't get to eat much delicious Italian. I love Italian. It's so good. But, there's sweet potatoes. Eat sweet potatoes. They're superfood. Can't eat my favorite superfood, eggs, because I got an intolerance to it. Don't know how that happened or when that happened. But, a couple of years ago, I know it was before my son passed away, I was making eggs one day, ate my eggs. Stomach started hurting about 30 minutes later. So bad. Like, I doubled over. Couldn't. But then, about another half hour it passed away. It went on, and I was fine. I was like, it's just got a bad egg or something. Cooked in the wrong oil or something. So, a couple days later, tried again. Oh, same thing. 3 or 4 times I went through that process just to, make sure. Cook the eggs different ways, and every time, same thing. So, process of elimination, I can't do eggs anymore unless they're in like used as an ingredient in something. I can eat them as long as they're an ingredient in something, but I cannot eat them. I cannot eat eggs anymore. It's sad because I love eggs. So full of protein too. But now I just get my protein from like nuts and pecans. I eat a lot of pecans and eat a lot of beef jerky, the no sugar Tillamook beef jerky. The fish is loaded with protein. The turkey burgers loaded with protein. Turkey sausage loaded with protein. The yogurt loaded with protein. I get my fiber through my cereal. I eat a lot of Raisin Bran. Get my bran. Um, Also eat a lot of Cheerios because that helps with cholesterol. So eat a lot of those. But yeah, and then I ordered some coconut water for the electrolytes because last time they did my blood work, my electrolytes were low. So, and I like coconut water. I don't know. I mean, I drink water, just plain water, all the time. I drink like those 16-ounce plastic bottles. I drink about literally at least 8 of those a day. So I'm not lacking of water. I'm just lacking of the potassium and sodium and borate or whatever. I don't know. She said start. So I got some Gatorade Zeros and got the coconut water, and then I also started salting my food more. And with my yogurt, I'll throw some cinnamon and some ginger and some flax and chia seeds on there. Try to get all this stuff. I'm trying to live healthy again. You know, um, I went from 215. I'm down to like 173 now, so pretty good. I see the outline of my six pack and my abs now, so my arms are getting bigger. Can't really see because I got this long sleeve shirt on. My forearms are getting tight. They're so tight. Just wish I could get rid of this. I've got some secret ways to get rid of that. I mean, I do exercise it, tongue on the top of the roof of the mouth. I do that about 1,000 times a day. It does tighten it up. It takes a while, but it does tighten it up. When I do, I think I showed you. I did take a rest day this week because I hadn't taken one in 2 weeks, but I mowed that day, so I actually ended up getting um, like 9,000 steps that day, which was crazy. Today, this is my steps today. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of hard to get this thing down. Maybe it's too bright. I'll turn the brightness down a little bit. Settings. How did I get all the way over there? Let's see. Let's go display and brightness. I'm gonna put our brightness down. Maybe that'll help. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the camera or if it's the phone. 18,560 steps. You see that one little gap there? That's where I took the off day. But even that day, I got 94.74, and I was out in the hot, and man, it was crazy. But you can see I get at least 17,500 steps a day. I'm trying to get healthy. I need to get my eyes healthy. I need to go to the optometrist because I am going freaking blind, literally. I know, I'm 50. Stuff starts falling apart. But I'm going blind, people. And that's not a good thing. Like, I don't know. What is that guy doing? There's a bird right here on my window. Holy mackerel. It was like he was trying to get in. What are you doing? Do you want to come in? You can come in and hang Yeah, back over here. Never had one do that before. I love birds. I love birds and I love butterflies and I just love nature. I grew up on a farm straight out of Breckenridge County, Kentucky, big city, Hardsburg. My grandpa owned a pretty big farm. Uh, we lived on a big farm. Uh, mom, dad rented a house there until they built their house, and spent much of my childhood there on Frank Finley's farm, and really loved it. Had a great childhood. Man, my childhood was blessed. It was probably about as close to a perfect childhood as one could get. And I thank God for that. Every day I thank God for that. And that's literally I do. When I'm thanking Him for everything else that He's done for me, I thank Him for that. Because I know a lot of children don't have that kind of childhood. And we got lucky, me and my brothers did. As far as the depression front goes, I'm still, it's going to be a lifelong thing. So, I cried today. I've cried every day since Luke passed over to the other side. I've cried every single day. Today, it was while I was doing my morning walk. I do it with a backpack, about 30 pounds in a backpack. And I was almost done. And, I'd had my conversation with the Heavenly Father. And then I usually have a conversation with Luke. And I had just about finished up my conversation with him. And I can't remember what I was talking to him about at the end. And I just became overwhelmed with emotion and just, I started ugly crying. It was bad. Like, I thought I was going to have to stop walking. It was so bad. Like, I couldn't catch my breath. It was loud. Like, when it's rainy or really hot outside like this, I'll just walk in the garage because it's big enough space that I can do that. And that's where I was at. And these walls in this house are paper thin, and I didn't want anybody to hear me. I don't want to upset anybody else. It's hard enough for me. And if everybody else is healing up and moving on, I don't want to bring them back down. I'm not going to do that. And it got really, really bad today. Probably the worst. It's probably the saddest I've been. In a long, long time. Yeah, it just hit me hard today. And you'll have those days. You'll have those days. I hope that nobody ever has to experience it. But you'll have those days. Like, you'll have the days where you can just lay and cry and you can't stop crying. And on those days, I just have to call out to God and say, come down here and wrap your arms around me and bring me peace, or send an angel to come down here and wrap me up in love and peace. And I swear to you people, it works every single time He answers that call. Like I'm talking like within a minute, less than a minute, I'm able to breathe, calm down, because He's come over me, or He sent something to come over me and to bring a peace that I desperately need at that point in time. And it's happened on multiple occasions. I loved Luke. I'm going to talk about him just here for a minute. We shared a lot of interests. Like, we both loved like vampire movies and shows, and Uh, we liked Vampire Diaries, the TV show. That was good. And we watched True Blood, which was really, really good, really, really good in the beginning, but it kind of fell off the last couple seasons. And then we both liked Bram Stoker's Dracula, and we loved The Lost Boys was probably both of our favorites. And then mine was, and he liked it too, was Interview with a Vampire. And he had told me to watch Dracula. I think it's Dracula Untold. And I haven't got a chance to watch that yet, but I will. And what really hurts is that movie Nosferatu, the remake, had just come out, and we were going to go see it once he got to feeling better. While I was on shutdown from work, and we just never got a chance to do that. And because we had always talked about Nosferatu because it was one of the very first vampire movies ever made. And I heard the new one was really good. My oldest daughter, with my ex-fiance Bethany, she's my middle of my three major relationships. I was married to Crystal, dated her in high school, married her. We were married for 7 or 8 years. And then after that, in 2000, divorced Crystal in 2003, got with Bethany in 2006, and was with her off and on until 2016. And we had 2 children. And then my last marriage, I'm not technically divorced yet, but we haven't been together for a few years now. So, I mean, it's pretty much, I just gotta go get the papers filed. I've been procrastinating since Luke passed, and I gotta get over that. I just gotta go do it and get it done, because I hate that it's lingering over me. Not like I want to go date or anything, because I don't want to go date. My life is committed to the Lord right now, Heavenly Father, and my spiritual beliefs, and trying to get better, trying to heal. And I was doing really good, it seemed like, in the beginning, but I think the best that I can tell is, like I think I've told y'all this before, like right after, like the first 2 or 3 months, I was comatose. I was just out of it. I didn't do anything. I sat around and was just in the freaking depths of despair and sadness and grief. And I just couldn't even function. And then about 2 or 3 months in, I decided, Tim, you just can't sit here in this recliner and just waste away. So I actually made a conscious choice to get up and start walking, start talking to God, and start talking to my son. And I dedicated my life to God during that time, because I've lived my life. I've had great experiences. Beautiful women, beautiful homes, beautiful cars, beautiful experiences. I've traveled. I've seen a lot of the United States, and I've done my thing. I've lived my life. So, I just wish more than anything it would have been me and not my son that had to go. But I know God has His own plan, and I trust in it. 100% totally, I trust in it way more than I trust in anything that I put together. I know that. God's infinitely more in control, and got it. He's got it figured out. So I trust in him. I know I'll see my son again, but yeah, we we went and saw a NASCAR race. Me and my dad, my oldest son. I think it was in '03 or '04. It was shortly after Dale Earnhardt had died. And we went down to Florida and watched I think it was called the Pepsi 400, the night race that year. And that was fun. We had a good time there. So we shared a lot of stuff. I mean, we shared a lot of vacations, went to the Niagara Falls together. And I mean, we shared a lot of stuff. We loved music, listening to music together. We had the same taste in music. I was a machinist and a tool and die maker engineer by trade. And when he was in high school, he took the machining class there because I was a machinist, and I took the machining course in my high school. And he made me a few things in that class, and I still have them. One of them is a aluminum plate that has he went in and with a CNC mill and wrote the Beatles on it and gave it to me for Father's Day one year, and I still have that plaque. Very, very sentimental about that. I keep everything that my kids give them. I got it all out there in totes and in memory books and all of Luke's stuff. I built him a memory chest, with the real wood with the folding lid. I put everything down in there real nice and neat, and it looks really good. It looks really good. I had been keeping it out in my bedroom, but I think I'm gonna bring it in here and set it right over there against that wall, because out there it seems a lot more dusty and a lot more cobwebs built up on it. So I think I'm just gonna bring it in here probably this weekend if it don't rain too much. I'll get my big brother to help me, the one that lives here with us. But yeah, I was thinking about him today, and we always used to love going and trying new places to eat, and we always liked to try and cook new things. Just a few months before he passed, I did my first attempt at homemade chicken and dumplings, and he absolutely loved them. And, I liked them. They were really good. I've always been able to tolerate my own cooking, though. So, it's other people's opinions that really matter. But, yeah, he really loved that. That was one he really liked. There are others. My homemade chili, my homemade white bean chili. He liked that. He liked my homemade cornbread. Trying to think. The tacos, when I made tacos, he really loved them. Because I'd make beef and chicken, and I'd have the whole spread for everything. Tomatoes, lettuce, jalapenos, cheese, and different kinds of sauce and different kinds of salsa, and just we made a thing of it, and it was good. And then, like I said, we went everywhere together. Everywhere I went, he was with me. He was my best friend. He was my go-to after my last marriage split up, especially. And, in between the times, in between Bethany and Shayna, there was a big gap there. I stayed here at mom and dad's again because I just really didn't want to waste money on an apartment, or I had that room out that'd been converted out in the garage, so I just it's just like its own little apartment on entrance. I don't even have to come into the house just to use the bathroom. So I just would come back here and stay. I fixed that garage up really nice whenever I did. I put one of those stand-up air conditioning units in it, and in the winter, I would just use a little space heater, and I had a big ass plasma TV, and those things put out some heat. So it never got cold, never got hot. No bugs ever really come in. It was finished out. The walls were finished out. The ceiling was finished. Pretty nice little room, but yeah, me and Luke were really close. I remember a lot of times I remember one streak we started watching Blue Bloods. And it seemed like every other night we'd go to Penn Station and cause it's like when Penn Station first opened, or we first found it or whatever. And every other day we'd try a new sub, and we'd watch, a couple, 3 episodes of Blue Bloods while we was eating. We both loved that show. We loved that show. It was so good. I still love it. He still loved it when he passed, We'd still watch some of the reruns from it. That and Last Man Standing, Hawaii Five-0. Some of our favorite movies was the Lord of the Rings trilogies, of course, Harry Potter series, the Star Wars movies, the Goonies. We love the Goonies. Stand By Me was one of our favorite movies. We had so much in common. Music. We listened to a lot of the same bands and stuff. Or one summer we, when he had gotten a little bit older, started liking the little bit heavier rock like I liked. We went out and bought a Quiet Riot, their first album, Metal Health, and we listened to that thing all summer long. And at the end of the summer, I let him take it with him. I'd always do that because I love my kids, I love my kids. I wanted them to have everything. That's one thing about me that nobody will ever be able to say. I am not a materialistic person. I never will be. Because you cannot take that with you when you go. So, as long as I have a roof over my head, I don't even care if it's just a tent roof. A roof over my head, a pillow to lay my head on, and enough food and water to sustain me. I'm good. I'm good as long as I got God's love and, the love of my children, and my family. I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, I'm not happy right now because I'm going through. I'm still dealing with the loss of my oldest child, and so I guess a better word would be content. I don't know that I'll ever be. I'm happy when I'm with my children. Like I was over at Abby's the other day when Lucas had his first birthday party, and Lucas is just, he was named after Luke because he was born just a few months after Luke passed. So Abby gave him that that name in honor of Luke. And he is just such a beautiful and wonderful child. And Aubrey is just such an amazing, beautiful child. Those two children have my heart, and I love them. And every time I'm with them, I feel happiness that I haven't felt. Even when I'm with Abby or my other children, Autumn, Alexandra, even Elijah, which I don't get to see Elijah much because he still lives in Pennsylvania and he just got married. So he's really busy. But anytime I'm with my children, I feel a happiness that I don't feel at any other time. And underneath, though I'm happy, underneath I know that despair and grief is just waiting, because I'll be without them again. They have their own lives, and I don't want to hog up their time. And I know they're busy. The parents have two small children. They're busy bees. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here and talk about that. But I just want to tell all y'all that I love you all, and that I'm sorry that I have to come on here and release some of that sometimes. But I really do appreciate everybody, and I love y'all. And just make sure you tell your kids and your family, your spouses, that you love them, and let them know how much you care about them. And y'all be safe out there. And I will talk to y'all on the next episode. Probably be tomorrow, since this one was kind of short. It's only 30 minutes. But I'll just say peace for now, people. And I love y'all. And I'll see you next time.